as the property. I'm going to advise you as you can exit the property. Hi, I'm Detective Jude Rodriguez, badge number 180 from Horizon City Police Department. I represent the Brosco and the Walmart property. I'm going to advise you if you could exit the property. Okay, sir? I'm not going to give you another warning. If not, I'm going to have to get you for criminal trespass. Do you understand?
Yes, I would. I'd like to request a complaint form.
I'm sorry, what kind of form?
A complaint form?
A complaint form?
Yes, please.
Give me one moment.
In this case, so the officer, again in good faith, took the guy's word at face value that he didn't want you there. So he was preparing to issue all the required paperwork. You know, from our agency to, you know, to give you that notice to depart and not return. But like I said, you know, we pointed out to them, if the store still wants to let him buy, then walk away. Then we don't have nothing here, you know, bye-bye. And that's pretty, I mean, like I said, that's pretty much where we're at. I know you're not going to agree. You're going to say that, you know, we're going to have to agree to disagree on this because this is, you know, this is what it is. You know what I mean? The officer's not trying to be unreasonable, abusive, or anything. He's just trying to do his job and do it as per the requirements of the agency and the, you know, the statutes. Now, again, you're going to say 3802, only under arrest. You know, it's not a single sentence, Andre. Like, there's more, you know, there's multiple stipulations on there.
So what's going on, Rodriguez? You want to talk outside? Come on.
Am I being detained, sir?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Oh, all right. What's the reason for my detainment?
Because they called in saying that someone's recording them.
Who's being recorded?
I believe the employees.
I didn't record anybody.
Yeah, there's videos on YouTube. Recording all
I didn't record anybody today.
No, but I mean,
Yeah, right. Days ago. Anyway, like I said, one of the employees there at Vista Market made it clear to me that he saw who I was, didn't like me, and I guess he has the right to do that, I guess, voice his opinion. I don't know how his company feels about that, but, you know, and again, to anybody listening, the guy it wasn't that bad. It was just, I guess, a spontaneous reaction to seeing me because there's so many people who work at Vista Market who apparently do not like the fact that I did this one video recording on April 23rd, 2024 of Jesse Cole CLINGMAN. Again, I only did this one recording, and I only did it of Jesse Cole CLINGMAN. I don't know what anybody else is thinking, but I was only there. I was only pulling out my phone and recording because of the fact that I saw Jesse Cole CLINGMAN. My intention was not to record anybody else, but obviously it's naturally going to happen. But yeah, that's not my goal. My goal was to record Jesse Cole CLINGMAN, the man accused of a crime from the summer of 2023, when he was accused by the Horizon City Police Department of robbing a local pawn shop here in Horizon City, Texas.
When you come into Vista Markets, be prepared to have a shopping experience like no other. With delectable fruits and vegetables, freshly baked goods and tortillas made daily, we have everything you could ever crave and more. Vista Markets is a proud member of Homegrown El Paso.
Year-old Horizon City man is now behind bars after he allegedly stole a gun from a pawn shop. And according to Horizon City Police Department, officers responded to a panic alarm from the Benny's Pawn Shop on Horizon Boulevard. Investigators discovered Jesse Klingman had stolen a handgun from the glass case and then fled the scene. Witnesses reportedly saw the suspect running toward a Walmart. Officers searched the area and eventually arrested Klingman.
So what's going on right here? You want to talk outside? Come on.
Am I being detained, sir?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Oh, all right. What's the reason for my detainment?
Because they called in saying that someone's recording you.
Who's being recorded?
I believe the employees.
I didn't record anybody.
Yeah, there's videos on YouTube. They're recording all
I didn't record anybody today.
No, but I mean, we're gonna
Yeah, right. Days ago.
Yeah, we're gonna do a restraining order.
I'm sorry.
We're gonna do a restraining order so you can.
Oh, I'm not allowed to shop here?
Do you have an ID on you?
Yes, I do.
Can I see your ID, please?
Am I under arrest?
You're being detained.
Right,
And
but if I'm not under arrest, I don't have to give you my ID.
But I need to know who you are.
Obviously, you haven't studied Texas Penal Code 3802.
Sir, you want to take... Look, there's two ways we could do this. The easy way or the hard way. What way do you want to go?
I want to go the easy way, but the legal way.
I'm asking you for your ID.
You're demanding my ID.
Can you please provide me your ID? You have to identify yourself. If a police officer asks you to identify yourself, you have to identify yourself.
You have not been trained in the law, sir.
Okay, I'm asking for your ID.
Are you demanding or asking?
I'm demanding and asking. It's pretty much the same thing.
It's not pretty much the same thing.
You
already know who I am.
I don't know your date of birth, and I don't know your address.
In this state, you do not have to provide ID.
Please.
Don't
make this as hard as it is, bro.
But unless you're under arrest, you don't have to provide ID.
You're being detained.
You do not know the law. I'm going to give you my ID because obviously you're about to arrest me, but this is not legal. Okay. All right. So you'll be receiving a complaint about this.
Your ID, please.
All right.
Can we step outside? Did you buy anything today?
I was just about to buy this.
Did he already pay or no? Were you gonna let him pay or what's going on with that?
That's fine, you can pay, but.
Yeah, I just need to make my last purchase. Okay, and am I allowed to come back later?
No.
So I'm banned forever.
For the meantime, yeah. Because you're recording our employees, it's been several times.
Several times?
Yeah, well, there's like 3 or 4 videos that you've been posting online.
You want to finish your transaction?
Sure.
Yes. Okay, so the dollar wins, right? So that's the problem here. And what I saw in the video was that, like, I want this guy, TF out of here. Like, I don't want him to come back no more. But also, he's got stuff on the conveyor belt. So if you could, you're more than welcome to spend your money, sir. Like, and I think that's the point, where our officers should have said, well, look, man, if you don't want him here, then his money is no good here, and we'll issue the criminal trespass because that's the private property rights or whatever. But you can't have this guy, but you can spend here. Like, so it's either you in or you out. You know what I mean? And if they would have said, well, no, well, I mean, he can finish his transaction, well, then peace out, bro. Like we don't have nothing here. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously they still want your business. So we're not going to go in and ask you to depart and give you a warning to not return if they're still down to have business with you. Like, that's just silly. In this case, so the officer, again, in good faith, took the guy's word at face value that he didn't want you there. So he was preparing to issue all the required paperwork. from our agency to, to give you that notice to depart and not return. But like I said, we've pointed out to them, if the store still wants to let them buy, then walk away. Then we don't have nothing here, bye-bye. And that's pretty, like I said, that's pretty much where we're at. I know you're not going to agree. You're going to say that, we're going to have to agree to disagree on this, because this is, this is what it is. You know what I mean? The officer's not trying to be unreasonable, abusive, or anything. He's just trying to do his job and do it as per the requirements of the agency and the the statutes. Now again, you're gonna say 3802 only under arrest. It's not a single sentence, Andre. Like there's more. There's multiple stipulations on there. And again, we can agree to disagree about the circumstances of that particular incident and how they apply to those multiple stipulations. But again, nobody's going to win here. I know I'm not going to convince you that the officer was in good faith, and you're not going to convince me that he was in bad faith. And to be honest with you, I have an open mind. I ran this through different people, and pretty much what I got was I'm not being one-sided towards the police here, because our job and our responsibility is to make sure that the officers follow what they have to follow. But nobody's, you can do a traffic stop, dot per dot, but not everybody's going to say, you know what, that went perfectly. Good job, officer. There's still people that could have said, well, she could have given me a warning. She could have asked, why did she even stop me? She could have just been out looking for another type of, activity. Or she should have been doing this. She should have been doing that. How come the cops aren't here for that? How come the cops aren't here for that? So, I understand where you're coming from when we had the conversation about the Fourth Amendment. But again, there are multiple stipulations on that statute. It's not just one single sentence that says, you have to have the guy under arrest, and he has to agree to be under arrest, and, he has to understand why he's under arrest, and he has to be given a slideshow presentation about what it is that, they thought he did. And, it doesn't read like that. You know what I mean? It's very simple, and it has multiple stipulations right on it. So again, I know we're not going to fully agree on this, but, like I said, I think we did overstep, in the sense that the officer should have really just walked away. The moment the guy says, yeah, we'll let him make his transaction, well, peace out, dude. You still want his business, you can't have it both ways. You can't have him, you can't have me kick him out, and then you're like, hey, but just come back tomorrow, we got carrots on special.
The insanity defense in Texas is when there's a claim that you were not in your mental capacity at the time of the commission of the crime. There's competency issues, which deals with your mental state at the time of trial and your communication with your representation or your counsel. Insanity deals with your, what they call mens rea, your mental state at the time of the commission of the crime.
As of June 21st, 2024, the El Paso County, Texas court system, back on May 21st, 2024, ordered him to have a psychiatric evaluation. And on June 21st, 2024, according to court records, he was given a psychiatric evaluation. Now, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a judge. I don't know if that means that he's trying to plead insanity, or if this is going to lighten his sentence, or what's going to happen. I don't know. But I know that he's charged with a serious crime, and that according to court records, that it appears that the court system is now evaluating his mental faculties and competency with a psychiatric evaluation.
Okay, so this was, I want to say maybe like around 10 in the morning. It was me and one of my employees. We were really slow. He was probably our first customer, so he walked in. He was wearing a hoodie. He was all black. He was wearing a mask. So he walks straight to our gun case. So he's just looking at the guns, right? So then he started asking us, what's the process of getting a gun? So then I tell him, I'm like, well, you need an ID with everything valid on it, and even for you to see it. And he's like, oh, okay. So he's like, can I see one? So then as I'm coming around, I ask him, well, can I see your ID? And he starts just patting his pockets around, and then he's just like, oh, I forgot it. And then I'm like, oh, so unfortunately, then I cannot show you a gun without an ID. And then he's like, oh, okay. So then he just still stood there. So I stood there for a little, and then I was like, well, if you have any other questions, let me know. So I walked around, and then he's just still there in the case, kind of just pacing around them, just looking at the gun case. So, I'm just looking at him, 'cause, I don't know, something's just telling me, like, just keep an eye. So I'm like, okay. So at this point, I'm like, you know what? He's not going to do anything. So at that moment, I turn around to grab something from the counter, and I turn back around, and I just see him come out with I guess he had like a hammer on his hoodie, like in the pocket hoodie. And I just saw the hammer come up, and then I was like, no, and he just he hit the glass with the hammer. And then he just stuck his hand in, and he just grabbed the gun and ran. So, I mean, everything just happened so quick. Like I said, when I turned back, he was already hitting the glass with something, and it broke quick. I guess he hit it really hard, so it broke quick, and he just put his hand in there, he grabbed it, and, my employee was, like, on that side of the counter, so he tried to run after him, so I was like, hey, no, I'm like, just let him go. So he ran, so from there we just let him run. So that's pretty much what happened there.
As far as the property, I'm going to advise you is you can exit the property. Hi, I'm Detective Judo Rodriguez, batch number 180 from Horizon City Police Department. I represent the prospect in the Walmart property. I'm going to advise you if you could exit the property. Okay, sir, I'm not going to give you another warning. If not, I'm going to have to get you for criminal trespass. Do you understand? Yes or no?
But what am I being accused of
Sir,
here?
if you could actually exit the property, they actually said that you're either exchanging property. I have no idea if you're actually doing that. So I'm asking you here exactly if you were. You say you weren't, but me, as the officer representing the property, I'm going to ask you if you can actually exit the property.
But I can come and shop again, right?
Yeah, but just for right now, if you could just exit.
Well, I just want to make sure that it's clear that all I was doing was just
I have no
weighing.
idea. So later on, whenever they review the cameras, so I'm going to have to bring it to the APs, the asset protection. They're going to review the cameras that is approximately 22-37 hours.
Okay, you're not going to find anything. I was just weighing
I'm just telling you right now. Okay, I'm not saying you did anything.
Right.
That's why I came up and asked you.
Right.
You understand?
This is nothing personal. This is just because of the world we live in. Now,
Okay.
I don't know what I'm being accused of.
That's why I came up to you and asked you.
Right.
Okay.
Unfortunately, and I know this feels awkward.
Sir, I'm coming up to you just talking to you.
I understand. I appreciate that.
So the thing is, if you could exit the property right now.
Yes, I will leave. I just wanted to make...
We're going to close already.
Yes, I know it's about to close, yeah.
So
there's no problem.
Okay, exit the property.
Okay, so I just want to let you know that I didn't try to do anything. Okay.
Can you get the manager's ID and 25 outside? All right, line again. This is, I'm asking for your electronic signature saying that you have been warned by the owner of this of the private property, saying that you're not authorized to enter or remain on said property. Further, you understand that should you enter on said property, you may be arrested, criminally charged for violation. Texas Penal Code 30.05. Signature below is not an admission of guilt, but acknowledgement that you have been warned not to return to the property noted. Okay?
Right, and of course I'll sign, but I'm allowed to be out in the parking lot, right?
I want to be honest, I would have to ask them because there's certain places that deem the parking lot also their private property.
Well, the thing is, I shop at Dollar Tree across, right next to it.
If you want to right now, when my officers come out, I'll ask them what.
Yeah,
But
that's
if you're parked over here, it shouldn't be any issues. Okay.
right. No, that's a big issue for me because I shop at that Dollar Tree.
Like I said, if you park over here in the Dollar Tree, you should be okay.
Okay, yeah. Or I
As long
mean,
as you don't park here right in front of the Vista where you're trespassing
all right. Yeah, I'm sure.
to avoid any issues. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's what I wanted. I'm not trying to start anything. I'm sorry. Yeah.
When you?
Oh, stop. What's up?
Okay.
If you want to keep coming back, I'm gonna usually start recording whenever you come over here to the store.
Yes, sir. I apologize. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. There was only one time I recorded. That was a couple days ago. That's because there's a man.
Several videos, and people are complaining. Customers are complaining to us. So I mean, we can let you come back. I don't want to do a criminal trespass.
Okay.
So I mean, I don't want you recording inside the store.
I understand. Yes, sir.
Okay, so if we can agree to that, we'll be okay.
Absolutely, sir. And I apologize for causing any problems. I promise you that the only time I've ever recorded in your store was a couple days ago. That was the only time I did it here. Now, there's many videos on my channel.
Well,
but
they told me, I mean, I wasn't here those times, but they told me it was several times. So.
Well, then they're making things up because I'm telling you, there's only one video I've ever done at this store.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I just don't want you recording like the customers and our employees because I mean they're not comfortable, so I just want them to like work comfortably and.
Yes, sir. That's your right. This is private property. I'm not here to cause problems. I'm just here to shop.
Okay.
That one, yeah. I'm sorry.
Okay, exactly. So we can agree to that and we'll be okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And my name's Andre.
Christian.
Yeah, Christian. Yeah. Yes, sir. And I apologize for starting all this. You didn't have to call the police. You could have just talked to me.
No,
But
I mean,
yeah.
they had told me so and
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why we offered him a chance to speak to you regarding the matter. So I said you'd probably be open to it, and here we are.
Right. Well, okay. It's not the most comfortable way to do it with police, but obviously
Yeah, I know
you have the
that.
right to
I
call.
was told
Yeah.
to just call them and I mean not to tell you anything, just to call the police. So.
Okay. I understand.
I mean,
Yeah, that's your right. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, we'll be okay. I mean, just don't record whenever you come to the store.
Yes, sir. No, it was never my intention to continue recording here.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Chris.
You're welcome.
Yes, sir.
Anything else, sir?
Yes, sir. I'd like to file a complaint on this officer right here.
Okay. What is the reason for it?
Well, he obviously is running right now. Not running, but he's got something to do.
Yes, sir.
So I'd like to file a complaint on him for violating my civil rights. In this state, we have a law called Texas Penal Code 38.02, which every state is different. This is a land of laws. Every state is different. Some laws apply across the entire United States federally. Some are state by state. Now, in this state, if a peace officer detains someone, they do not have to give identification unless they're actually under custodial arrest. I've gone over this many, many times with the sheriff's office. Obviously, that means it applies to you guys as well. I was just ordered by the big guy right there. I don't know his name and badge number, but he said if I didn't he said in so many words that if I didn't give him my ID, that it's going to be either the easy way or the hard way, and that obviously I don't want the hard way. So either give the ID or I'm going to be arrested. So he just violated my civil rights right there. So I'm telling you verbally right now about the complaint. I'm the type of person that puts things in writing, so obviously I'll be doing that in the future. I don't know what procedures. Obviously, now that I've triggered whatever policies you have by verbally telling you, I don't know what you would do from here, but.
So we go back and review and see what the actual dialogue was between you and the officer,
Mm-hmm.
and then we go from that approach and see what happens.
Yes, sir. And I'm dead certain, 110%. This is a law that's been around since the 1970s. It's case law, really. It's Brown versus Texas, if you want to get all technical. But yeah, state of Texas, if someone is detained but not arrested, and they refuse to give ID, that is not a crime. That is not a reason to arrest in and of itself. Now, because of other case law and the way the law works, if a cop finds any other thing, even the tiniest little thing, I'm just giving you some other additional background information, but even if you found the slightest thing, like let's say, I don't know, drunk in public or something, now you can arrest. And once you do arrest, then you can get the ID. That's the point I'm trying to make. Now me, he already knew me, so I don't know why he was demanding ID. Obviously, for whatever reason, he wanted it. So eventually I did give it to him because he was demanding it, otherwise I'd be arrested. But what just happened here was unlawful.
Yes, sir.
So I wanted to tell you.
All right, sir. You said you're going to go in person and file a formal complaint, correct?
Either in person or email. I don't have the time right now because I got to run.
Okay.
Yeah, and I appreciate that he didn't actually end up arresting me.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Can I just get your first, last name, and then your contact information so I can make contact?
Sure. I mean, and for that purpose, I will voluntarily give my ID. Yeah.
Okay.
But, if I'm under investigative detention, now driving's a whole different matter. If someone's on the road,
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Traffic violation.
but a pedestrian, yeah. So I want to make that point too. Yeah. Because 4 years ago, the sheriff's office, they detained me. I don't want to go my whole life story here, but I will tell you this. They detained me at the Dollar Tree on Ascension, at the corner of Ascension and Horizon Boulevard. I was in a vehicle, but not on a public road. So, in my opinion, that wasn't a traffic stop, but they tried to treat it like a traffic stop.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's where things can get complicated too. If someone's in a vehicle but not on a public road, then Texas Penal Code 3802 still applies. And this only basically is for the crazy people like me, because most people will just give the ID, but I don't. So for that 5 or 10%, or maybe 1 or 2% of people out there who refuse, what I'm doing is actually lawful, and you guys should know that. Yeah. Oh, wait, did you give me my ID?
Yes, sir. So he reached the.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. And a phone number I can reach you at, sir?
915.
Here you go.
781 4330.
4330?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Again.
781 4330.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, my name is Sergeant Juan Nunez. Flight number 199. I'll be in contact with you, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you. Have a nice day.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, we spoke on the phone before.
Yes, sir.
Have a good day.
Thank you.